What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Of course, we've got more updates when it comes to everything you care about Juventus. We're getting nearer and nearer to the January Mercado. We've got a lot of names to talk about. Of course, Pogba'S coming back in the news again. Rovella, his situation potentially coming back to Juventus. That could be interesting. As well as we have to talk about a new name that is pitting Juventus up. Why did I say pitting that way? Pitting Juventus up against Fiorentina to go head-to-head in the Mercado, as well as the situation that's ongoing with Vlahovic. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and today is November 11th. It's a Thursday, 2021, and we're going to have your latest rundown of all things Juventus. As always, before we do anything, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button as well, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Let's just go ahead and just jump into it, what news we have for you today, and that is going with, first off, we have to talk about an update with the Supercopa, and Goal Italia is reporting that the Supercopa for Juventus against Inter will be played at the San Siro on January 12th, which seems kind of suspicious if you're asking me, a little sus, if we will. But anyway, I don't know why I'm using those lingo or that term. But anyway, a little bit weird that's being played at San Siro. So basically, Inter gets a home match for the Supercopa against Juventus. A little bit of fallout there that comes with it because we were also talking and looking at the situation of potentially that game or that match being played internationally. Usually like in the Middle East, somewhere around those areas, Saudi Arabia, whatever have you. Not going to happen as it stands this year. It'll be at home in Italy. You know, a lot of stuff when it comes to the pandemic that'll affect that. But it's a little bit unfortunate because usually this is an opportunity for other countries, fans, or people to develop new fans from other countries. So it's a little bit of a disappointing situation for the outreach for Juventus. And also you're having to go play Inter at home once again. Let's move on to the next topic of the day, and this is the big main topic of the day. Actually, it's not the big one because there's a lot of big ones, but kind of a main topic of the day, and that is a situation regarding a Julian Alvarez. And this is TNT Sports is reporting. TNT, like Turner News, whatever. No, anyway. I don't know why. I don't know. Ignore me. All right, let's just go and just jump into it. It says Juve scouts have drawn up positive reports on Julian Alvarez. 15 goals, 6 assists in his last 16 games. His contract expires in 2022 with a clause of 20 to 25 million. But River Plate has begun talks for the renewal. So River Plate is the home club that he plays for. As it stands right now, Fiorentina is also looking for him to replace Vlahovic. So this is an interesting situation because Juventus is getting in and interested in Julian Alvarez, potentially bringing him in to the club, but potentially going in head-to-head against the rival club and Fiorentina. You know, the mess that comes with that, and Juventus, so all the nonsense that goes along with that. But going to the club that they are looking to replace him for Vlahovic, who Juventus is very interested in. Obviously, I know Camiso would love this moment to be a, I don't want to say negative. Oh, yeah, I guess negative, but really a negative force against Juventus to not only sell our guy Vlahovic somewhere else, but then to also go at Juventus's other option to bring in to replace him and get him as well, and Julian Alvarez. Of course, I don't think Juventus really considers him or Fiorentina to be a serious competition when it comes to if you're going to pick one, which one do you think you're really going to go to? That's just me personally. I might be wrong. Anyway, interesting name to keep an eye on for the future, but really the situation as it comes to Vlahovic. Also, this isn't in a graphic or anything like that, but of course it's been rumored in the news lately. And that is, of course, that Vlahovic, his situation when it comes to Fiorentina, trying to put him out of the market and trying to sell him to basically anybody that's not Juventus. And right now, of course, Arsenal's the latest one they talked about. Basically, they've come to an agreement, Arsenal and Camiso and Fiorentina, but Vlahovic has not, and Vlahovic is not happy about that. He does not want to go to Arsenal. His agents aren't even picking up the phone to call him back, so that's just a bit of interesting, a little tidbit. It seems to grow a little more truth to that each and every day. All right, let's move on to the next topic of the day, and that would be with Pogba. We got to talk about little Pogba, right? We talked about it yesterday. Got to talk about it today. Tuttosport is reporting that Pogba's current 14 million euro wage is way too much for Juve. However, they didn't say why, they said too much, but I threw that in there. Oh, it's too much for Juve. However, Pol would be willing to lower his salary in exchange for a 3-year contract, and Juventus making the top 4. Juventus are looking to sell first, and not only Ramsey, things could become clear in January. So we'll keep an eye open, see what's going to happen there. If you end up seeing some players moved around, say Ramsey leave, Rabiot leave, even McKinney are options that could be headed out. If you're trying to set up the stage to bring in a player of Pogba'S stature, which would be amazing for Juventus's midfield. That's something they very drastically need. I know Julian talked about it a lot yesterday in the live covering the Pogba rumors. People talking about different little midfields that they would want to bring in. Me personally, we talked about, I think, a few guys out there. I think Bone, one of our loyal listeners, subscribers, came on here and said that what their ideal one was, which I agree with. If you can bring in Paul Pogba and then you return Rovella and then add in that with Manuel Locatelli that we have here now, would be in a great midfield. I think that would do a lot of good things in creativity, in the style that they play with would be a really good addition. Really good setup for the midfield for Allegri anyway. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens here and how the pieces fall to see if maybe Pogba could come back. It's crazy. I never thought it'd be really true to say that, but there we go. Then we got to go talk about Rovella. I know I just mentioned him. Calcio Mercato over here is reporting that the management at Juventus are seriously thinking about bringing back Rovella in January. They first need to agree on terms with Genoa. I always say it differently than I think you're supposed to say it. Genoa, as they have an agreement set to keep the player until the end of the year. So yeah, it's supposed to not happen until the summer. I'm still leaning toward the belief that it probably will be in the summer, but if they think they're that desperate a need of bringing in a guy like Rovella and that he'd be that much better for Juventus, we could see it happening. We'll just keep an eye on that, how that situation plays out. But I would like to see that maybe if you decide we're not going to be able to get any other midfielders in the situation, guys that we want, the quality that we want, go for it. I say go ahead and bring in a Rovella if you can, as long as he's getting playing time, because I don't want to waste his potential in his time, though, that he could be developing, and if you're not going to in there and actually play him. Let's move on. We got to talk about Monata and his situation. It looks like Tutto Sport is reporting that between Juve and Atletico, how that situation is going to play out. Diego Simeone does not want to have Monata back at the club. For this reason, Juventus are trying to lower the price, as Allegri likes Monata. So Allegri's still high enough on Monata, especially if you're looking at a situation where maybe they don't end up getting Vlahovic, maybe they don't have any other striker options that they end up going with. You're going to have to want to keep with Monata, but given the situation and the way Morata's playing, his value seems to maybe lowered a little bit. So maybe we can get a little bit of money chipped away from that asking price there. From Atletico Madrid as it stands. And Juventus is giving us an update on Chiellini and his injury and status and how that goes. It looks like he has inflammation of the muscular tendinous junction of the left Achilles tendon. A lot of tendinous, whatever you're saying. Chiellini's condition will be monitored daily. Also, Moise Kean has trained again today, so it seems he is back and healthy, and hopefully he's going to be getting back into playing form and playing shape to be able to utilize in that 11-man squad. And then finally, when we're talking about injuries and talking about situations with injuries, Nucci has something to say. And it's Nucci in the press conference for Juventus was saying, I was a bit tired on Saturday, but I had given Allegri my availability to play. Then Allegri chose to bench me. So he's clearing up the rumors that he basically was injured or they didn't want to play or whatever have you. No. Nucci wanted to play and he would have played, but Allegri made the decision not to. And dear Lord, he almost gave me heart palpitations deciding to play Rugani instead of Nucci. Mama. Anyway, just what are you doing over here? Okay. Anyway, he says we always try to. Luckily, Rugani, I got to give him his props. Rugani played fine. We always try to win, both at the club and the national team, and I've never backed down of playing. So it's some good points and some good. That's what I want to hear a competitor like Nucci say, is that I'm going to play. If there's a game to play, I'll be out there playing, and I'll be doing my best no matter what. Don't count me out for the long run. So that's good to hear from Nucci, and hopefully he and Chiellini can be recovered and healed by the time Juventus comes back and play. We'll keep monitor of the Chiellini injury situation as it stands. Anyway, that's all the news I really have for you today regarding all things Juventus. We appreciate you guys for tuning in as always and for liking and watching as long as you have in this video. Please make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, as well as hitting that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you follow us on our at the graphic down here where we have the different little social media platforms that we're on, Instagram, Twitter, whatever have you. at Bianconeri Zone, at Justin Sofro, at Genoti151, and at Alejandro BZ. So check us out there. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.